Hello everyone and welcome to our second annual Next Level Youth Festival podcast with our guest Portia Love.
Hi everyone, my name is Malia and I'm a youth ambassador here at New Level Sports Ministries, and today we have our special guest, Miss Portia Love, our Christian rap artist.
Hi guys, how y'all doing? Good, man! Oh, my mic kind of loud. I'm already extra loud, you might want to turn down a little bit. How y'all doing? Good, man! Yeah, I'm happy to be back.
So to start out, I want to ask you about your background, like what motivated you to start like getting into Christian rap, and like how did you grow up?
So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, period, east side. I live in Atlanta now currently. Me and my husband, we just got married, y'all. That's my husband over there. Shout out to my husband. So I didn't grow up in God, right? So I knew about God, I knew about Jesus, but I didn't know that I needed to have a relationship with him. I didn't know that was a thing, right? I just thought like, okay, I am a human, he is God, there is distance in between us. He created me, but that's pretty much all I knew. So when I was around 19, 20, I had a friend who introduced me to Christ. She asked me to go to church with her, and I'm thinking like, yeah, girl, you know, I love God. We go to church on Easter, we go to church on Christmas, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll go to church with you. But not knowing that the Lord was going to change my life. So I just went to church. That was my first time experiencing the presence of God. I used to think the stuff on TV that you see, like the pastors, they lay hands on you, you pass out. I used to think was fake. I'm like, y'all ain't feeling God like that. And like, I don't understand how you could feel the presence of God like that until I experienced it for myself. Okay, somebody say, for myself.
For myself.
Right? So the Lord has a way of drawing you, right, for yourself. If you are not believing, if you do not believe, all you have to do is ask him, Lord, show me you, right? He wants to reveal himself to his people. So I asked the Lord to reveal himself to me, and he did, and he made me right where I am. Y'all know the saying that says, come as you are? Are y'all familiar with that?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's not talking about what you're wearing, okay? A lot of people listen to that and they say, oh, okay, I'm gonna just come as I am, I'm gonna wear whatever I want. But that's not what the Bible is talking about. Come as you are, as in like, you don't have to get yourself prepared for Christ, right? He is already prepared for you. He gets you prepared, right? So you don't have to worry about getting yourself together in order to come unto God. God is gonna clean you up. All you have to do is make the first step. So that's kind of how it happened for me. Like, I got prayer for the first time, I experienced the Lord for the first time, and I understood that, oh, this is real. Like, oh, okay, I can have permanent joy. I don't have to get temporary joy in drinking or in hitting the blunt or in going to the club or doing things that the world would deem as satisfaction. Oh, I actually can have permanent joy and it's pure, and I don't have to go to hell to experience fun. I don't have to lose out on my fun and lose out on God. I can have them both at the same time and be pleasing unto God. Once I understood it, I said, oh, we up. We up, it's lit. Oh, the life is good, period, okay? So I was radical for the enemy. I was the loudest one in the club. I was the loudest one in the room. And now that I'm in God, I'm the same way. I'm just for God, right? So I'm the loudest one for God. I love Jesus. I'm unashamed of the gospel. I don't care where I am or who I'm around. I'm going to talk about him. I'm going to show my love for him because he saved me. So, yeah, that's pretty much my story. I've been ready for Jesus ever since.
I love that.
Woo!
So I guess my first question is, because I'm experiencing it currently, how, like, when you dedicated your life to God, how did your current relationships like go? Like,
Oh, like my friends and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, I cut them
friends.
off. I had to let them go.
okay, so was that hard or?
No! Okay, y'all, I had a revelation of like, now this is real life, right? The Bible talk about what you can do or you shouldn't do, or who is going to inherit the kingdom of God, right? Once I had the revelation of like, oh, the stuff I am doing is separating me from my creator. I can't be doing this stuff. I cannot, like, nothing is worth my salvation. Nothing is worth my soul.
Amen.
So I made the decision of, oh, I gotta let y'all go. Like, I literally had a radical, it was kind of like a Paul to Saul moment. Are y'all familiar with Paul and Saul? Yes. So how God like just wrecked him on the road, what a street car straight on the road to Damascus, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he just had a radical transformation, and it was similar to how my story was. Like the fear of God. A lot of people come in with the love of God. Like, oh, I love him. He loves me. I feel his love. I want to serve God. No, I got saved because of the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord gripped me up. And I was like, oh, okay, what I'm doing is really unpleasing to him. And it's not that he's sending me to hell. I'm choosing to go to hell because I'm following the ways of the world. I'm following the ways of the enemy, not understanding that that's what I was actively doing. So I told my friends, I said, well, y'all, I gotta let y'all go. Like, I love y'all, but if you're not trying to serve Jesus, you can't be around me, right? The Bible talks, well, it's not even the Bible, but people talk about, well, the Bible talks about bad company corrupt good manners. So you are what you hang around. And I didn't understand that when I was younger because I was so strong-headed. No, I'm not who I hang around. I have my own will. I'm a leader. I think for myself. But that's not true. You will adapt to the people that surround you. It's just because it's spirits. The Bible talks about how we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You around somebody long enough, you're going to start talking like them. You're going to start liking some of the stuff they like. You ain't never thought about having whatever, but because they have it, oh, well, maybe that is, it's kind of cool. Maybe I should try it. Maybe it is, Birds of a feather really do flock together. So I understood that either I would influence them to Christ or they would influence me to backslide. So because I can't afford to backslide, I'm going to have to cut you off. And you walking for God is going to have to be the decision that you want to make on your own. You only get one soul, and I only got one. So you do whatever you want to do with your little soul. I'm going to do whatever I want to do with mine. But we just not going to be able to kiki like we used to. And God blessed me with new friends. God blessed me with new friends who was on the same path that I was on. God blessed me with women of God who loved God just as much or more than I did. God blessed me with community who was really about something. They really wasn't in the streets anymore. They wasn't just doing whatever they impulsively wanted to do, but they really wanted to better their life. And that's the friends that I wanted to be around. As women of God especially, I can't speak for the men because I'm not a man, you know what I'm saying? But as women of God, it's like have a desire to have friends who are where you are or higher. Right? I don't want to be the only person in the friend group that's fasting, that's praying, that's serving the Lord. I don't want to be the only person in the friend group that has a desire to do better with my life. No, have more confidence in yourself, knowing that I deserve great friends. I deserve better community. I deserve people who are going to do something with their life. I don't want to be the only person that's trying to get my life together. No, I need people around me that's getting their life together too. And if I have to be alone for a season, it's okay. It's okay for me to walk alone for a month, for 2 months or whatever. I pray for friends, and God blessed me with those new community when I let go of my old community. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I lost, it was never really a loss because God gave it back to me.
I like that, because that reminds me of where I see posts. It's like, oh, you're 5 closest friends, show me who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And then it always goes to, oh, you are a product of your environment. And alongside, it's like season of isolation. It could be long, but at the end, it's going to be better than where you were before you went into it. So.
For sure. And it's like, how many people struggle with making friends? Anybody? Right? Okay, so the Bible talks about he who is friendly shall have friends, right? So a lot of us are struggling to make friends because we're not friendly. When they look at you, you look mad. When they look at you, you look like you ready to fight somebody. Smile. If you want friends, then be friendly, right? And be around those people who are actually going somewhere. You don't see rich people hanging around bums. No, you don't. You don't. Why? Because rich people don't want to be bums. Because they're rich. 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you see somebody that's not going where you want to go, you trying to hit a lick, I'm going to hit the road, Jack. Oh, you disrespecting your mother? Somebody who disrespecting their mother, I can't even trust you. She birthed you. She gave birth to you and you hate her, you're gonna despise me. I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like use your wisdom, especially as young adults, right? Because this moment of your life is so critical, it's so vulnerable, it's so sensitive, it will affect the rest of your adulthood. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You have time to turn around, which I'm so proud of you guys. I heard that y'all be graduating, next week, right? Y'all graduating? Yeah, give it up for yourselves. Hallelujah. That is amazing, right? But you want to be able to take what you're learning now into your real life. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do good when you're around a bunch of people that's doing good. But the tests come when it's like, oh, okay, did this stuff really take root in my life when I'm in that environment that I know? And now I'm faced with a decision, whether if I want to serve God or not, or if I want to go back into my old ways. And we all will have to make that decision. And it's going to determine, oh, okay, well, did I learn? Or did it? Am I backsliding? Am I backtracking? No. You know, I believe that y'all are gonna continue to go forward and do very well with your life. So, yeah, your community is everything, for sure, 100%.
I love the piece of application, like you can say you're doing something, but if you're walking a different way, then, you know, because there's times where people will, oh, I'm Christian, and then they don't necessarily do the things, and then you're like, wait, I thought you said you were Christian. Because it's easy to like mingle with people like, oh, okay, and then you think that you have something in common, and they're like, oh, I don't read my Bible, like, I know what God is, like, I worship him, but it's like, if you don't have that relationship, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I know for me, because I didn't grow up in church, I didn't have a praying grandmother. How many people got a praying grandma? Oh, y'all have no excuses. My grandma wasn't praying; she was in the casino. Okay, my grandma was gambling. Okay, my grandma was at the casino. How many people had a praying mama? Anybody have a praying mama? A praying father? A praying grandfather? Okay, listen. So y'all got more than what I had. Okay, and the Lord still did a big one in my life, and He still saved me. You know, so it's important to be around those people and have those influences, even if they're older, of like, oh, okay, they're serving God. You know, your walk with God is your personal walk. But being intentional about having a love for God for real, right? We can say that we love Him with our mouth, but how is our heart? And the Bible talks about to love me is to obey me. Not just saying I love you because you're God, but saying I love you because I really want that relationship with you. I was single for 11 years, ladies. Okay. So the Lord kept me for 11 years, and during that time, I wanted, of course you want companionship, right? But the Lord had me single. So I said, Lord, I want to love you more than I could ever love another person. I want to love you more than I could ever love another man. I want to love you more than the love that I am imagining for my husband. And God will give you that. He will give you that love for Him if you ask Him, if you spend time with Him, if you dwell with Him. It's been plenty of times I said, Holy Spirit, I need a hug. It sounds weird, but it's true. You know, so if you ask Him, He will give it to you. Anything that you are in need of from God, He will give it to you. I'm a witness of that.
As a like teenage girl, like I can relate to that piece where it's like, oh, everybody else has a boyfriend, like what about me? But then you have to like remember that like you have your time, and then there are like trials and tribulations, and that can be a whole thing. But there are like situations where it's better to like not be in a relationship, because if you're not ready, then you aren't. It's not fair to that other person. And then another thing with that is like when you seek it too much, then that becomes like an idol, and you don't want to like put anything before God. So
Exactly. Yeah. And it's when you got your stuff together and you're ready, you get married. But when you're 16, 15, 14, 13, it's like, it's cute, you know, don't get me wrong. Okay, what is it? What am I looking to get out of this? You know, so I would just say, just, you know, be focused on what God is calling you to do. And when the time is right, and that's for anybody, you know, when the time is right, He will send the one for you.
Right, and to touch on with marriage, especially now in like our generation's like societal outlook, the concept of marriage has been completely destroyed.
Yeah.
It's basically no different than just boyfriend and girlfriend nowadays. Before, you know, save yourself till marriage. That, you know, but that doesn't really. Most people are losing it at like really young ages, like 13, 14, 15. There's no more societal down look on someone if they get divorced. And in fact, I would argue that there are some benefits to getting divorced. So it's just like the concept of marriage has been, for the past few generations, have just been like
Perverted.
Yeah, perverted.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Mm-hmm. So the enemy loves to take things that are meant for God and pervert them, right? If you see anybody that say that they are a prophet of God, right? And then on the enemy will take that and pervert that, and then now they're a psychic and they got tarot cards and they believe in crystals and sage and all this type of stuff. The enemy loves to, he doesn't create anything, he's a copycat. Right? He don't have his own vibe, right? He just want to copycat whatever God is doing because he want to be like God. And he perverts the things of God to try to confuse us and distort our understanding. So yeah, the society definitely, you know, perverts purity, perverts marriage, and all type of things. But we should know the truth as people of God. We should know the difference. We should be able to discern the difference because we walk with him. I would hope that we will walk with him. You know, so in terms of waiting, it's just so much that goes into dating and sex and just things that's like, wait, literally it's in your best interest if you wait. It's a spiritual transaction. Soul ties are real. She's suicidal, you have sex with her, now you're suicidal. Well, I was never suicidal, what's going on? Well, you laid down with somebody who was dealing with the spirit of suicide, now you wonder why you want to blow your brains out, right? But if you would have waited until you were married, then all would be well, you wouldn't be dealing with this spirit. So the spiritual world is very much more real than it is in our natural world, right? So soul ties are real, spirits are real, demonic attachments are real, and sex is just an avenue in a way to pervert your purity and pervert your soul. And it's really something, the Bible talks about how it's something that you do unto your own self. Now you do whatever you want to do, okay? It's your life, you live your life. But the truth is the truth. So I'm just grateful that, you know, I wasn't a virgin when I got married, but God restored me and I waited. Once I had the knowledge of, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, because not only is it hindering my future, it's not honoring my husband, my future husband, it's not honoring my God, it's not honoring my body. Oh yeah, I want to wait because I'm deserving of that. And then I was able to get into a marriage where it's like, he loves me for me. He don't love me for the bedroom, he don't love me for my body, he don't love me for all of these superficial things that's gonna cloud his judgment or cloud my judgment. No, we love each other because of the love of God. We didn't even kiss until I knew that he was my husband. Right? So I didn't even kiss for 11 years. I was very serious about my purity. And I'm not saying y'all do that. I'm not saying that's something that you got to do in terms of not kissing. But that's something I had a standard for myself. I just knew that I was deserving of more. So, yeah, of course, the enemy wants to pervert that because it's an easy way to distract you. It's an easy way to get you yielded up and tainted with a whole bunch of different spirits that just will have access to you. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. But, you know, at the end of the day, you make your own choice. All we can do is tell you the truth. You can choose to believe it. You can choose not to believe it. You can choose to think that this is weird or whatever. You know, but you'll be an adult and you can make the decision for yourself. But I would say wait from experience. It's so much better in waiting. Your emotions is clearer. Your mind is clearer. You're closer to God. You're disciplined. You're showing physical discipline. And it'll be a benefit for your future. And then you'll know that somebody is really for you, not just for what you can give them.
Like materialistic, and it doesn't even have to do with people, but like again, things with idolization of putting it before God. And I see like how it can work within like the teenage realm, because it doesn't have to be like you're trying to, but if you get like overwhelmed and you like start to get too much with like homework or me going into senior year, scholarships, college applications, all those things, it could be like overbearing, and then you start to shy away because when you can relax and you do have spare time, you're too tired to really focus on it.
Yeah. I understand that for sure.
So it's just like with that, it's different like things, and like what would be some advice for you like to give for those times?
In times of like what? Like feeling stressed?
Like, I mean that, but also like when you have a lot on your plate, but you still want to like divvy up your time and like time management.
So like in terms of you have a lot going on and you need help with like
Staying like in the word and like.
Okay, so like balancing your relationship with God plus like your natural life.
Yeah.
I'm a planner, so naturally I'm just a type A personality. My husband is type B, he just go with the flow. I'm gonna go with the flow girly, you know what I'm saying? I love a good planner too. So for me, what works for me is I just make a schedule. You know, it's like, okay, I'm gonna block out a certain amount of time to just spend time with the Lord. The Lord is understanding that you have a life, you know, that should be dedicated to Him, right? But He's not saying, okay, just stay in your word and don't do absolutely nothing the rest of the day. Like that is not realistic unless it's just like a radical moment, you know, in your life one day or whatever. But it's like having balance of like, okay, I'm gonna spend a few hours in my word, or I'm gonna spend, you know, a few hours doing this, or I'm gonna spend a few hours, you know, studying or whatever, just having that balance. I know social media is so distracting, and we can get on social media, I get on my phone, I get to scrolling, I forget the sun's down. It's like, oh, I gotta cook dinner, what's going on? You know, so it's so distracting, so many distractions in today's society. I would just say set reminders, schedule time. Whether if you're a morning person, do it in the morning. If you're a night person, do it at night. If you like to do it in the afternoon, do it in the afternoon. Just get it done. Spending 30 minutes to an hour with God will set your day.
I like that answer.
Well,
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
Do y'all have any questions? Do anybody have a question that you want to ask? Come here. Come. What's your name?
Oh, Carrie.
Hi. Oh, Carrie. Nice to meet you. What's your question?
My question is, did you ever have like a time in your life where you were like, even with like, when you were trying to find new friends, did you ever feel like that longing to be with your old friends, but also like, no, like realizing that, wait, yeah, no, those people aren't good for me, but like I have memories with them and I had fun times with them, but I know I need to make better friends. Like being here, I've realized a lot of my friends back at home are toxic for me, and I don't want to lose them, but I know I have to for myself. Like, was there ever like that struggle of like, okay, I know I have to give this to God and like help Him? Like, was there ever the struggle?
Yeah, first of all, that's a great question. Y'all give it up for her. It's not easy coming up here and talking. Great question. Yes, absolutely. It was a struggle. I cried. I grieved my friends, but I knew that this was better for me, and ultimately it was better for them. Right? How old are you?
18, man.
18. So when I was 19, 20, I gave my life to Christ, and I had to let go all of the friends that I had. I had a lot of friends, girl. And I had to let those friends go because like I said, I wanted to serve God. And of course, at first, some of my friends were just like, they didn't understand. They're like, oh, well, you acting bougie, you acting this, you acting different, you think you better, you think you this, you da-da-da-da-da. Like, no, I don't think that, you think that. Like, I never said that. I'm just saying that I'm doing different things, and if you're not on the same thing that I'm on, unfortunately, we can't be friends. So it's nothing personal. This is like, it has nothing to do personally with you. This is personal for myself. So yeah, I definitely grieved that, but God restored me. You could never give up something for God and Him not reward you for it. Never. Anything that you are sacrificing for God, He's going to replace it with something that much better. He's not going to have you be embarrassed. Your sacrifice won't look like an embarrassment. So at first it was difficult, it was hard. I was grieving my friends because we don't know the future. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna make this decision for myself. But now that I'm 30, it's like, oh, looking back, it's like I have great friends now. I don't even remember a lot of those people. I don't talk to them, I don't remember them, I don't, what I'm saying? Like, I just don't, my mindset is totally different now, and God blessed me with a whole new wave of friends, and He'll do the same for you. So at first, yeah, it was hard, but it was better for myself, it was better for my salvation, and I would do it all over again.